And I know you've become a big fan of Lindsey Scott. It's a kid you've got to know fairly well, and his father, who's a great man. So tell me what you see in this kid and some of the frustrations you've had, because you've been there before. And everybody knocks him because of his height, and I'm sure that probably frustrated you a little bit on a personal level.
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you see in him, and what do you think his future could be like at the college level?
So, with him, he got that Syracuse offer early, and he committed, which was good. LSU had to go through some changes with their recruitment, which is why they ended up offering him late, which I'm ecstatic that they offered him. They needed to do that. The kid is a two-time 5A All-State player, MVP, all these different aspects. But if you watch his game, you see him going through his progressions. You see him finding those throwing lanes, those passing lanes. You don't just see him, just taking 2 steps and just throwing bombs or whatnot. You actually see him going through progression. A, B, C, D, 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 C, B, A, whatever, however he needs to do it. And he can make every throw. So, when you talk about size and things of that nature, even Peyton Manning gets his balls knocked down sometimes, right? But the thing about great quarterbacks is if you go back and everybody, we put so much of an emphasis on quarterbacks being a certain height, but let's take Drew Brees, for example. One of the greatest quarterbacks in the world, period, to ever play the game. I think that Lindsey is not Drew Brees, obviously, because he doesn't have the knowledge and the extended playing time, but he can become that if he takes things from Drew. Drew plays so great in the pocket; it's amazing. You always see the little picture where he does that to try to
leans his head up.
Yeah, you think that he's trying to do whatever, but you don't. What he's doing is he's just giving himself an extra, I guess, way to see the field, and he sees the field great. He goes from progression to progression to progression, and I think Lindsey can offer that to whatever school he goes to, especially LSU, and I hope he does, because we can use him. But I think wherever he goes, he's going to get a shot, and he's really going to shine.